Now, one thing's for sure, two things for certain. Irvin Magic Johnson was a bad boy. I mean, listen, there has been no player like Magic. Let that sink in. There has been no player like Magic Johnson. Okay? Let's stop that. You've never seen another Magic Johnson. Nobody could pass like Magic. Tell you, the only guy I've seen that could pass close to Magic was Jason Williams, White Chocolate. White Chocolate could pass. But to dominate a whole game and control the flow and the tempo and the way the game is ran, and the guy had no jump shot, but he could control the floor. Nobody had ever seen nothing like him. The way he played the game and was running up and down the court, and how guys knew he knew where they were going to be. Guys who, man, you haven't seen nothing like that. And guys who had never really played with him before, he was still finding them. The All-Star games, whatever, zip, zip, zip. Passes, running the floor, trick shots, everything. So the disrespect I hear put on Magic's name, is unworthy. It's like, dude, this I've never seen a guy pass like him ever. And this is after we twin. How many years Magic ain't played since like '96? Never. I never seen anybody control the floor like Magic. Isiah played like Isiah. He had a whole different type of handle. He had the crossover. Magic didn't really have a killer crossover. It can break your ankles, and that wasn't his thing. And he definitely couldn't shoot like Isiah could. Now, one thing about Magic is Magic can get to the rim. He had touch. He had hook shots. He had every playground type of shot in the world. But he wasn't no jump shooter. You weren't going to really get Magic shooting a couple of jump shots out there. So he never won MVP. Larry would always win. Larry was a three-time MVP winner. One year that trophy they gave him belonged to Isiah, but that's a whole nother story. Now, when Dr. J was coming to the end of it, and they beat the Celtics, and they went on and beat the Rockets, and won their first NBA championship, that was like a crowning achievement for Doc. People thought Doc was going to retire after that year. He played, I think, one more year after they won the title, and said, like, this is going to be my final year. So they let Doc, get that one title, that 1 ounce of respect, so they can never say Doc didn't win it. So that time in '84, there was no Boston, no Lakers in the NBA Finals. And people forget how great the team was that played with Ralph Sampson and Hakeem Olajuwon, who was a rookie. Hello? Hello? Yeah. Go ahead.
I got some good feedback on the video earlier. There were a lot of comments, and I kind of like want to keep talking about it because there's some points I didn't bring up. I just want to. Would it be okay to do a live with the same title and say like further thoughts or something like that? Like, I mean, it's a good subject.
Just say pandemic parenthood Q&A.
Okay. Pandemic parenting Q&A.
Yep.
Okay. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Oh, no problem.
Thanks, Ed.
You up?
Thank you.
Okay. Bye bye. You in the middle of them. See, I'm always helping. That was Jenny calling. She just did a video. Now she want to do a Q&A because people were responding to her, her page, and she kind of want to like keep talking, which is good. She wants to have a conversation with it. So that's great. So she's probably finna go live in a minute. So she'll probably be live before this video is even finished. Uh, about Magic. So anyway, Magic had never gotten an MVP. He had won championships galore, and never won at most valuable player. Then he was tragic Magic because the Boston Celtics figured it out and said, let Magic shoot. So in 85, the 86 year, they let Magic shoot. And it was awful. I mean, it was awful. He literally blew the championship. And that was the first time in his career, from high school, from college to the pros, he really was responsible for them losing. And that didn't sit well with him. So what Magic did was go back to the drawing board. He worked all summer with Isiah, Mark McGuire. It's a lot of people that was there. I think Terry Cummins was there. There's a lot of players, and he was balling all summer. He played his softball league. He After softball, he went and it was work, 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 work. Then to top it all off, he went ahead he went ahead and did something unthinkable. He was practicing shooting three pointers. It was like Magic Johnson ain't shooting threes. Oh, the hell he wasn't. Magic Johnson was shooting threes, and it was no joke. Magic was shooting threes, putting up them shots, and they had a whole new problem. Magic Johnson wasn't playing no games. And when they saw next year, Magic was hitting them jumpers. You was leaving Magic open, Magic was popping them threes. It's a set shot, one hand push, and he got it to go. It'll take 6 years to set up, but he'll shoot it and it'll go in. Magic was he had Now it's like, well, how do you guard Magic? Now, if you leave him open, Magic will hit that shot. And man, oh man, it was on and popping. And Magic won the championship. He was the MVP. They beat the Celtics. stopping their run, and they became the first team to win back-to-back NBA championships in like 20 some odd years. Now, Doc was the one to pass the torch to Magic and Bird. Magic and Bird transitioned this sport into what it is. They made it entertaining to watch. To see Larry do his thing and Magic do his thing. They were prime time television anytime they played. They were superstars. Magic dressed like a California superstar. You see him coming in there with a big lion mink on, celebrities all dressed up, and they came out from Michael Jackson to Jack Nicholson, Eddie Murphy, Tyson. They all come out to see Magic. If you didn't get a ticket to see the Lakers game and see Magic Johnson, there it was like going to see a concert. Every night you might see something special. So don't compare no LeBron James to no Magic Johnson. I don't have to even bring up what LeBron does, period, because it doesn't make any damn sense to even do that. Y'all know better than that. Don't bring that man up, his name up with Magic Johnson. Come on now. What y'all doing? I mean, really. There's only one Magic Johnson. And y'all can say what he did off the court and everything else. This man went 30 years with HIV and still walking around. Like, what up? And we gonna talk about that too. It's coming up on the Patreon. You gonna find out how Magic Johnson went 30 years with HIV and still going around. You gonna find out why. I know a lot of people been waiting on this. They finna get it. Now, Magic's a superstar. LeBron is a celebrity. He's more of a personality than he was a player. There's nothing really spectacular about LeBron James. Early in his career, he used to have these real flashy slam dunks and things when he was younger, and that brought a lot of excitement. But over time, he's become this guy who become like a stick figure. He can't move left to right the way he used to. He's gotten older. The legs, playing a lot of games, going a lot of times, so he really doesn't do that much on a court to really get hurt because he's not playing defense. He's not running through picks. He's not moving or guarding the guys he's supposed to be guarding. He's kind of standing still and standing in one spot and letting everybody else do what they need to do. And he'll pick spots in which he's gonna defend or he's gonna stand still. Now everybody's kind of like getting ready and counting down till they actually play this game and the Clippers and Lakers play and what's gonna happen there and Kawhi gonna do this, Kawhi gonna do that, and that's gonna get everybody back on board. I'm like, at this point, it's so difficult to have the game, but I understand why the league want to have it. They got to get their money. Everybody's getting their money on, so they got to do it. But comparing players, I mean, guys are gonna do it. It's a different era. Now, if Magic played in this era and the old Showtime style versus now, Magic would destroy this league. Do you understand what I'm telling you? No one could guard him. You could put Kevin Durant on him. He will. finger roll on Kevin Durant. He would come down that lane, he would cross him, put him in the post, turn around, do a jump hook over Kevin Durant. Magic will score about 25 and have about 20 assists before I swear, he will have about 25 and 20. 25 and 20. And KD is an anomaly. There is nothing like him in the NBA. Nothing like him. Never seen a 7-footer play like a two. From high school, he was dangerous. Now, coming from high school, LeBron could pass. And that was very rare that a high school kid had the ability to pass the way he did coming out of high school. That was probably the most impressive thing about LeBron that I saw when he came to the pros. It was his passing ability. And what made his passing ability good is because people didn't realize he's actually left handed. I knew, but a lot of people didn't because he shoots with his right. I'm used to seeing that. You know, a lot of people who are left handed actually are ambidextrous when it comes to sports. A lot of them could actually shoot with their right and actually, play ball, but they do everything else with their left. Like if they write, they drink, they hold a teacup, everything else is left handed. But if they throw a ball or something, they'll use their right. And then people are like, don't that feel weird? It might. But what it also do is throw your distraction off and make him think that the offhand is weak. But the shot they're shooting with is really their offhand. So he's shooting with the offhand when he's shooting with the right because he's a lefty. So when he goes and finish with his left or pass with his left, that's why it's so easier for him to do it and use his left hand. And he passes better with his left than he does his right. Because people assume that his offhand is his weakest hand when it really isn't. So me, I pay attention to the game, so I see it all. I see the mistakes, I see flaws, I see way to get to the defender, the way to get him to pick up the ball and stop LeBron, and how you got to get in between him and don't allow him space, and then he'll pick the ball up because he's not very confident on his dribbling because he's more of a stick dribbler, and the legs are a little heavy. So it is what it is. But he doesn't have a post game. He don't have a hook shot. He don't know how to play with his back to the basket, so they removed the entire power forward position, and now it's like a positionless game. Everybody's shooting threes, and people are talking about they better than such and such from yesterday, and that's just like it's not even the same game. So it's like ludicrous to think that them old players would probably bust this whole team up they played on the court. They'd be like, "Oh, y'all not even gonna move the ball? Bet." What happened? Dunk. Post. Get some. Man, he hit that. Yeah, so called a post move. Man, he just cut in the inside and went for the layup. He didn't even shoot the three. No, why we do that? We gonna take this dunk. Fast break, pull up for three. You gonna do that? Not them. They fast breaking going towards the rim. And you keep chucking up threes, they gonna keep scoring twos, and then you gonna realize why you can't get back in the game. So put some respect on Magic name. That's all I'm gonna say. So don't forget, hit that like button. It's free. It won't cost you nothing to do that. And if you want to support the page, you can by hitting up the Cash App. Carcino, the name on the Cash App. And don't forget, on the Patreon, we will be talking about Magic Johnson and how he survived 30 years with HIV. You're quite sure you're going to want to know that. So don't forget to subscribe too. Deuces.